Hello everyone. Yeah, so as we are going to understand, or we are understanding that merge operation, right? So we have seen that example of inner and outer. So inner, as I told, right, we will get that common data between both of the data frame, right, of it, and in outer we will get that combination of both, whichever is part of one data frame and two data frames, second data frame. So outer join will give that data of both of that frame only. Now left outer join, what does it say? That if it will give me that complete data from the left outer join, I mean from the left data frame, but the matching data from the right data frame, right? So from the left only we have to start. So let's understand with the example. So as we already was running, right? So here we have like two data frame as the previous example which we did, right? On that we have like one is a user data frame and second one is a message data frame, right? So here we are going to just displaying it, and so here we have like user.merge, so that is doing kind of inner merge, and here it is doing kind of outer merge. Outer merge, and here in this we are going to create that left merge, right? That could be left merge. So what does it means here? You can understand here what could be the left. User will be the left and message will be the right, right? So user will be the left and message will be the right. So here we are saying users merge with message and on the basis of user ID. So on we are putting here, so same like a primary key in that database, right? Because on the primary key basis only we do perform the join operation, right? Same thing we are doing here. So on user ID. Now what is the type of that operation we are going to perform? Left only, right? So in this case I will get all the data from the users and the matching data from the messages only, right? Let's see what could be the output here. So you can see here the last one. First let's understand what is the part of users. So here we are performing left, right? So user will be the left. So you can see, does it any missing here? No. 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 we are getting, which is a Alan, Black and James. Alan, Black and James. But here we have one more extra, one is right. So that is matching here, right? So matching is 1 2 3, 1 2 3 matching. 3 is already in the left, right? So which is not a part of the right, I mean in this message only. So it is that what left does say, it will give all the information from the right left table, the matching information from the right table. So that means it is understood here everything which is a part of this users data frame, right, that we will get it. But whichever is a part of message frame, right, whichever is common in both of them, then only that only will come here. So 4 is as not a part of this users, right? That's why 4 are not coming here, right? So as you can see here, one Alan, okay, one Alan, fine, 2 Black, nice, and 4 James, because there is no information here, right, for this James. So that's why here we are getting message like NN only, because here there is no IDs matching with the 3. We have matching IDs 1 2 and 4 only. So 3 there is no ID matching here, right? That's why we are getting NN. NN means kind of nothing like that. This operations are very important when you will work on a data analysis, right? When you are talking about data science, right? That time you will deal with n number of files, n number of data frames. So here we are working with this kind of small data, right? Small data sets. Later on, I mean in this session itself, we will look that with the help of Excel, with CSV itself. So how can we use that with the CSV? That also we will look on it, right? So here, hope you understood what is the meaning of left, right? So left will say that whichever table we have, right, that will give a all the data of it and the matching information from that right table, right? Now let's understand with the right here. So just have to change here in place of left to right. That time what happened, right? It will give all the information from the message and the matching information from the users, right? So let's see how does it work. So you can see now here we have 4 as well, right? 3 we don't have. Why? Because 3 is not a common in both of them. So 1 and 2, these are the common, right, in the left user table, right? So user we have, right, 1. So here 1 is matching, 2 is matching, but 3 is not matching here. So from the right, from the left table, from the left, I mean not table, data set, it will take the matching information, and from the right data set it will take all complete information, right? So that way it does work. So whenever you want, right, complete information of the right and matching information from the left, then we can go with the right right merge. If you're going with it left completely and the matching from the right, then we can go with the left. And outer, if you want common of the both, we can go with the sorry, if you want to get all the information from the both of that data frame, then we can go with the outer, and inner will say that it will give only that matching information of the both the data frame, right? So that way this all four information will work. So same thing will continue with some Excels as well. So here we have just created the simple data set, right? So if you have like suppose Excel file or CSV file, we are having like lot of information, then how will you do that? Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me comment that code because we have already performed it, right? So let me comment that and we'll start with the different data set now. So here let me take it 3 only. So 3 is like doing the comment section, right? Only 3. Okay, now what I have to do, let's take an example of it. So here I have a different 2 data sets. Okay, let me take it from there. Yeah, one is a movie and second one is a director. So I have a 2 different data sets here. One is a movie and second one is a director, right? So what it is doing here, it is reading the data from the director.csv and here it is reading data from the movie.csv. Okay, I will tell you this later on. Let me skip that now. So we have 2 different movies.csv file and director.csv file. Let me open it. So right now I have a 2 different CSV here, movie.csv file, which will have a complete movie information. So we will play with this data. Like we have a anonymous, it's kind of for indexing, ID, budget, okay, popularity, revenue, title, vote average, okay, and vote count, director ID, right, years, month and day. So these are the different type of data which we have in this movie.csv file. Same like we have one more CSV file like director.csv file, which is having only limited information like director name, ID and gender. If you can look here, right, that ID here, right, and the director ID in the movies. Okay, you can see in the movies we have one director ID, right, director ID. So these both are the matching actually. So director ID and the movie ID, director ID and the movie ID both are matching, right? So director ID is 4762, 4763, right? You can see 4762, 4763, 4764. So these are the matching actually in both of them. So how can we play with them? How can we get the information, retrieve the information on the different criteria, on the different basis that we are going to understand now? Okay, so let's first what we did, we just read the data by using the read.csv methods of the pandas only, right, and read method from the director.csv file. Now we have to perform some kind of merge operation with that. Okay, so now let's look on it once. So first let's display both of the data so we can get what does it giving actually to us directly. So I will simply write print of movies and directors. So let me run this. So you can see here, first I'm getting completely movie information, right, ID, budget, years, month, day. It is not giving complete column, is this use, so that's why it is giving 3 dot dot dot, right? And for this director table we are getting director name, ID and genders, kind of that. So that means I am getting complete data from the CSV. I am able to read the data from the CSV. Now we have to play with this data with different type of operations. So let's perform the join operation first. Okay, so I am going to merge here. So what we have to write, movies dot merge with director, right? Now how we are merging, with the left only, right, left on director ID and right on ID. So that means here we are giving that column name because the column name are not matching here, right? If it is the same, that we can write with the single like that we have right here, like on only. But if it is not the same, if it is a different column, right, that time we have to give that column which is matching in the left table and the column which is matching into a right table. So as director ID and ID, they are not the same. In the previous scenario, it was same only, user ID, right? So you may get that as well, where you will have a different column in different tables, right? I mean different data frame. So that time you have to mention on it. That means you have to check director ID from the left and on the right ID. So that means it is a column information of the left table. Left means movie table. So movie will be play as a left here, or director will play as a right here, right? So that means I will get that merge data from that, and what we are going to perform left, right? So that means it will give all information from that movies and the matching information from the directors, right? So let me write the print with the data. Right, when you are working with data analysis, right, we have to play with this Excels only. So I will request, please go through with this example and understand that completely. Okay, so let me run this now. So you can see here with this particular in data, right, previously you can see here that ID and gender. ID gender is a part of director table, right? Month, day, year is a part of movie table. Now here we are getting that merge of both. So here you can see that IDX, budget, director name, IDY and gender. But one thing you can remember here, that column is automatically generated as IDY and IDX, right? IDY, IDX, this column are automatically generated. Let's map it here, okay? So what is the IDX? So that we are getting here 43597, 43598. So that we are getting here 43597, 43598. That means IDX means it is saying that it is a ID of that movie table, right? And ID of by, that means it is saying this is a ID of right table, that means director table. But as we know, right, there is a one column is common in both of them, which is a director ID only, right? So this movie table already we have a director ID. That means this table is giving me a kind of duplicate record, kind of that. So we can delete that. Okay, how we can do that? So that means we can drop that particular director ID with this. So what I can say here, I can write this simple, this code. So what I'm saying that please drop director ID, or you can make it IDY as a director ID, access equal to 1 and in place equal to true. So in place equal to true, I told you, right, that is only returning the same object or not, right? So in place equal to true, that means it will not return new object, it will return the existing object only, right? Access equal to 1 means, as I told, it is performed according to the column, right? So that means it will drop IDY, because director ID and IDY, these are the common in both of the table. This is the common in both of the table, right? So here it is going to remove IDY, right? And let's run it. So now you can see here, we are getting IDX, but we are not getting IDY, right? So that means director ID we already have and IDY will not be part of it, because IDY is kind of repeated information which we have, because this is already is present under the movie table, right? So it is not needed. Okay, now let's do some more operation on it. Okay, let's take with 5 record only. So as we know, right, head will give the top 5 record. So I can write a data.head. Okay, so let me run this. So this time I am getting a top 5 record only, right? Or if you want a specific record, that we can pass under this head as well. Okay, now we are going to understand how can we describe these features to know more about their range of the values, right? So that time we have like one more option called describe, or info also we have, data.info. So we'll start with one on one. Like here we are getting complete column information, right? So let's say if I will go with the data.info, what does it give to us? So these are the method of Panda only, head, info, merge, concat, right? These all are the method of Panda only. So you can see here what we are getting here. Here I am getting all the column information, right? So this info will give me a complete column information, and what is the type of it, right? So you can see here it is a kind of unnamed, okay, that is a non-null, okay, and int type. So here we are getting like IDX, budget, popularity, title, voter X, day. So you can see here till this day, right? That will be a I can say like part of that this one movie table only, right? So director name and gender, these are part of the this one director table, right? And we have like one more called describe. So I can write that as well. So print data.describe. So what describe does do? So describe will give me some kind of mean kind of operation, right? So here we are getting like count, mean, STD, in, min, 25%, 50%, 75%, and max. So it is calculating from the each and every column like that. But some of the column are missing on it. Some of the column are missing on it, right? So that's why we have to pass here object actually inside it. So let me tell you here. So here what we are doing, how can we describe these features to know more about the range of value, right? So that time we are doing by using the describe only. So with the describe, this will give us the statistical properties of the columns, right? If you notice that some columns such as the title, month, and missing here. So that means title, month we are not getting because the type of this title and month are object only. Okay. So if you want to get complete information of it, what we have to do? We have to pass object under this describe only, right? Like include equal to object. That means the by default include is not extending like, not including this object type. It is getting only that int type, right? Object type is not here, something like that, right? So here you can see that what are the object type. Object type, we have a month, we have a day, right? We have a director name, we have a like gender. So this information is missing on it. So if you want to get this information as well, then we have to pass here what? Include equal to object. So this time you can see that I will get this column as well here. So let me rerun it. Okay, so you can see here I am getting that data to describe we have, right? Let me comment that the previous one. So we can get the more detail on it. Let me comment that as well, that movies as well as the directors. So see here now, we are getting count, unique, top, or frequency. Okay. So you can see here we are getting title, month, days. So if you want to get complete object information, we can go with the objects, and if you want to get all other information, we can go directly without that include. So see the difference between include and without include. First time passing without include, and let me run this. So this time you can see you are getting this unnamed ID here, unnamed, right? So this unnamed is nothing like ID, that is auto generated only, right? So that count, mean, STD, in, but it is not giving me object type only. And if I will pass here include equal to object, it will give me that object information as well, which could be title, month, day, and director name and gender. So these are the type of object there. Okay. How can we change the values of the revenues as budget into the millions dollar in USD? So if here what we are doing, we are converting. So we have a revenue here, right? So revenue we are getting. Let me show you how can we go to this column here, right? So what we can do here, we can get the column information as well, right? So how can we get that? So we have this bit specific. Let's understand what is there in the revenue first. So first that could be revenue here. Okay, and that could be a print statement, and what could be where the data is going to merge on this data only, right? So here I will get the complete information. So in the data I will check what is the revenue is present on it. Let me comment that one. Okay, so let me run this. What happened? Revenue is not displaying. Okay, type is displaying, right? I don't want to display type, I want to display the information of it, right? So I have to remove the type. It is giving the type only of it. So that's why it is giving series. So it is a type of series, right? So let me remove it and let me run this now. So what I'm getting here, 0, this you can see here it is giving some kind of 6 to 7 digit. Now I have to convert that into a dollar, right? So what I did here on that, I have just written the logics on it. So let me copy that here. Yeah, this one only. So what does it do here? It will convert that into dollars. So what it is doing here, data. Whatever data we have revenue, that is divided with this particular limit. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that is a 10 lakhs that is dividing with the revenues and taking the round of 2. Right? Round of 2 means after decimal whatever it is coming. Right? So see what the difference we do get here. And here I have to display this data actually, data of revenue. Right? So let's display both of them there and here also. So see here we are getting this in result, right? Two more like in millions, billions or millions, right? But here we are getting in single in K information, right? Like 4 digit. So that time it is going to divide on it. So that way if you have some information which is maybe in billions and millions, right? Which is too long, and according to our requirement we can divide it, we can manipulate it, we can perform some operation as well. As this operation is not going to perform with the real file. This is only for our visual purpose only, right? Which we want to look on it, right? So that one we have done, and then let's say the budget also we can calculate the same. So budget also in the different here. Okay, so let me print the budget as well here. So we can write data with budget. So same kind of operation we have performed here. We were getting data budget divided by some millions, right? And then round of 2, right? So let me write a data with budget. So what does it do here? It is getting that revenue, right? Or budget. So first it is going for the revenue and that is going for the budget only. Okay. So let me give one more print here so you will get some space on it. So that will be easy to understand. So now you can see here it is going for the revenue, it is going for the budget. So budget also like that, right? So that way we can perform some operation with that. Now what we have to do, now let's create that filter of such movies. Like for example, I want to filter that movies which is having a boater average like suppose 7 or greater than 7, something like that, or that could be 8, that could be 9, right? Like for example that we fire the select query, right? Select a star from movies where the boater average greater than 7. So that's simple database query if it is having a database, right? But if you are working with Excels, right, how we can do that? So that is a formula of it. That can be the condition of it. So I can simply go and write here. So what is it doing here? We have a one data which is already calculated, right? And here we are getting boat average is the one column on it. I just give me those information which is having information that is the boat average should be greater than 7. So let me store that into some variable. Okay, and I can print that. I can print that with where. So I can see here, I will get the information the true or false form. So true means it is matching. So that means here we can see I am not getting complete record. We are getting complete record, but it is giving a true or false. If it is matching greater than 7, it is giving true. If it is not matching, giving me a false. So that way we can get the record of this actually here. So here we have seen some good examples of how can we treat with this Excel file using the merge operation, concat operation, right? And how can we perform some different operation on it, right? Getting the information, how can we describe it, okay, and writing some conditions on it, right? So same series we will carry on that, right? So on that, like this much only. For the rest I will make a different video. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.